to date so far, and taken me by surprise, as you said. So let's see what they've got in store on Nuke. I'm quite interested to see if they've got the teamwork to match the map that it requires here. Dawn of Stars bursting straight out into the A bomb side. Wow, Moise, okay, destroys Sereni. And it's not Dawn of Stars who come out with the favorable trade here on the A bomb side, but they haven't been able to get the bomb down just yet. Holmes, he's able to take down one. That takes a bit of the attention away, leaves it on Desire and Nugget here.
Oh, Nugget there just popping a melon and looking to get the last one as well. Holmes, he's got a lot of work to do. Yeah, he's getting run down. And he actually gets the kill and manages to swap his weapon, but it's empty. That's so bad for him. He gets wrecked.
You hate to see it, and he's going to go down to Desire. He is cursing his teammate who dropped that pistol right now.
Yeah, I actually think the percentage players, if there's guns on the ground and they're USPs, they're probably empty.
Yeah, that's probably why the guy died, right? Because he ran out of ammo. Oh man, a comedy of errors there. Unfortunately for Blue Jays, they aren't able to rectify the round, and they do lose the round. So, Dawn of Stars, pick up number 1. Did you get to see whose map pick this was?
No, I don't think the map video's actually come through yet. Let me check with the guys on that.
Okay. Just wondering, I'd be quite surprised if this was Blue Jays map pick, because we haven't seen it out of them so far in the season. But perhaps teams have just been banning it against them, and this is the first opportunity they've had to pull it out.
Quite possibly. We'll have to see how things go here. Nugget and Co. looking to maybe make some kind of entry towards ramp. But there is a player here, and it's Holmes. They've actually gone for the force buy of Blue Jays, and
yeah.
It's a risky thing, but oh, he gets a dink there. Doesn't even take a lick of damage in response. They're trying to push on the other side of the map, but Paradox Man is wise to it. Dimka not going to be able to succeed with that. So that gives Dawn of Stars some options.
That's the case, right? When you have the unfavorable weaponry, you feel like you need to make a play somewhere around the map. Trying to get inventive there as Dimka loses his life. Dawn of Stars taking it patiently here.
Yeah, Blue Jays certainly do have the weaponry to hurt them if it does come down to it as well. And it's not great guns, but they're pretty good at close range. Holmes also on hand to perhaps move through fence there. I think he thinks better of it now. He knows it's towards ramp that they're coming, so he could be pretty well positioned, yeah?
Should be able to get the first frag. He does, finishing off Nugget, and he gets Paradox Man. Great shot on the second. He's actually going to go for a third. Yeah, what is going on? Holmes getting so much work done with that MP9. Now it falls onto Theo's shoulders, the man with the AK-47. 16 seconds left on the clock here. He's going to have to get a move on. He hasn't even fired a single shot this round yet. First bullet he fires is going to be a part of the 1v2, and he's going to go down from behind. Sereni winning it for his team. Can't believe Holmes was able to pick up 3.
Yeah, that was crazy. But even there as he was trying to plant, I mean, that was one of those moments where you're playing and your teammates all shout to you, you saw him, because he was definitely visible. Maybe he plays black bars or something, because he was definitely on the left of the screen there. So unfortunate for him, you know. Some of these old school players, you know, they want to look through a letterbox opening.
Yeah, all purely from the perspective of that's the way it was historically done, right?
Yep, Paradox Man.
Yeah, Paradox Man with the AK this time. Dawn of Stars also going for the force buy, looking to try and replicate what's just happened to them.
Ooh, again, more MP9 damage. We do have to take it back to the MP9 in that previous round again. It was doing so much, but talking about so much, so many players actually just dropping here. Yeah. It's going to leave the CTs in a tough spot.
One-man advantage here for Dawn of Stars, and Sereni, he's going to get got a bit of an expiration here. Realizes probably not the best decision to make, but Desire, he has got the key right now. Sereni's still forcing the issue, and it's going to cost him his life. Leaves Madden in a very tough situation, though all 3 players are relatively low. All 3 players are all around him. He's struggling to pick a player at this point, and the fact that he's already taken so much damage probably counts him out of the round.
Wow, that is unfortunate for Blue Jays in the round, but well played to Dawn of Stars to go with the force there to keep the economic pressure on, and that's going to cause them to break the economy of Blue Jays. Despite all the heroics in the previous round, of course, only keeping 1 player alive meant the Blue Jays were ripe for the reset, which again, you don't talk about much with the current economy, but then again, the current economy is different to what it was just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, they did bring in an update, fortunately made a few necessary adjustments. Capping that round loss bonus now at $3,400, and also you lose 1 point of that loss bonus as soon as you win a round. Wow, losing some heads at the moment. Oh, Dawn of Stars, D-Face, destroying Desire, and now it's Dawn of Stars who find themselves in a disadvantageous position, nearly by quite a distance. Finally, they're able to find a reprieve in the round. Paradox and Nugget finding a couple of kills, though Holmes, ever present, does have an impact on the round. It still does look like it's going to be going the way of Dawn of Stars, though, unless Dimka can conjure up some sort of brilliance here with the 5-7.
Trust in the banana, Matt. It's important.
Yeah, got to believe.
Well, there was always the meme about Freiburg, you know. I mean, he was also called the King of Banana, but...
Yeah, 100%. Times have changed, however.
Hey, I was an entry frag. I used to pray to Freiburg too, man.
Freiburg, yeah, one of my
Thank
favorite
Mr. Freiburg. That was the meme.
Dimka is actually in a pretty good position to deal with this. He's got the height advantage. They're also planting for him, but Moyes got his eyes trained on Dimka's position. That Molly's going to force him into the open as well, and somehow he gets one. Moyes making a meal of that frag opportunity, eventually does get it, and Dawn of Stars the first team to win a couple of consecutive rounds.
Ooh, we got pictures of the Dawn of Stars boot camp.
Wow.
What?
A live stream?
How crazy is that?
That's really cool. Get a little feed to see what these guys are up to, and clearly there's quite a lot of committed individuals a part of this team. I mean, they have been one of the teams that have been struggling so far in the championship, but with committed levels like that, you're going to be seeing some results.
Oh, absolutely. Already, I was going to say 2 players down. Yeah, a whole bunch of players down. 1 minute 30 on the clock, and still it's people falling to their deaths everywhere, mostly due to lead poisoning.
Yeah, tends to have quite a severe impact when it hits you at such a rate of knots.
Yeah, they didn't have a chance in this round, of course, but I forgot the map veto now. It is actually the map pick of Blue Jays. So Dawn of Stars starting super well on not their map, you know, which I think for them is probably going to be a relief. Again, T-side and Nuke, it's a tough time. It can really be. So to start this well, I think they'd be pretty satisfied. Yeah,
I completely agree with you, Mike. Dawn of Stars gotten off to a great start here. However, I don't think Blue Jays need to plunge into any chaos whatsoever. Early days. Haven't even had a full buy round as of yet. Don't normally see that, so considering we're already 5 rounds into the game.
Yeah,
gotta have the first buy round now. Let's see what Blue Jays can make of it. They need to start getting a bit of a resistance going here on their CT side. It's been a little bit too easy for Dawn of Stars to find some frags. I think Blue Jays have been a little bit aggressive in some parts of the map and maybe given up some frags for free. I'd like to see them being a little bit more disciplined.
Yeah, they've been super aggressive so far. Maybe they were expecting to just run over Dawn of Stars since Dawn of Stars are second from the bottom. But
yeah,
what we do have to mention is they've only played 2 match days. So that's 4 maps that they've played.
Going to be able to get across towards Secret quite early on here.
Ooh.
As I say that though, Madden does take down Desire, who is also trying to make that cross. He saw his teammate Moyes get across, and he's like, okay, I also want to be there, man. But unfortunately, he was the second too late. And it's pretty good positioning for Dawn of Stars to be in. They've got a man now underneath Blue Jays, and I'm not sure if Blue Jays are actually completely aware that somebody did creep in underneath.
I don't think they are, which could potentially unlock things. There's a fight going on, a long-range fight, and somehow Holmes takes barely any damage through that one. That's an interesting one. Yeah, shame. Poor Paradox, man. He was just waiting for his teammate Moyes to just get the backstab there. But unfortunately, it was Holmes who forced the issue and successfully finds the kill. Seems like they didn't hear him pop that glass, though, which is a little surprising. You see, Moyes thinks that they should know he's here, so... Well, it's actually a good position that D's taken behind this box. Moyes has absolutely no idea that he's still in the vicinity, and now that Moyes has taken down Holmes, D's going to be realized, oh my word, I need to be cautious. There's somebody on the other side here. He is able to take down Theo. The trade there, however, Dawn of Stars going to get themselves towards the B bomb site. Bomb goes down on 22 seconds, and well, Nugget, he's going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something when it's 2 versus 3. You've got to be aggressive, and that's what could happen to you if you don't get that first kill. You're just going to get overwhelmed with the numbers swarming all over you, and they are swarming all over him. Not able to get any work done there. So Rennie will get the kill and get another round on the board for Blue Jays, a round that they really needed, Matt. Yeah, completely agree with you. They had to punch back there and get themselves a second one on the board, and they're going to have to string a few consecutive rounds together here. They can't afford to go on and lose this next round and just allow Dawn of Stars to get going with a bit of momentum on their T side, because Dawn of Stars are going to have another buy at their disposal here. Yeah, they've actually been racking up some decent cash. That said, of course, there were a few rounds that were a little close, so not quite as much cash as you'd expect. Only Paradox Man there with a trust fund, shall we say. You know, in case of a rainy day, you can pull out a bit more money. But unfortunately for all of his teammates, it will be very rainy if they lose this round.
Indeed, Mike. Just getting a quick look at the veto there before we get into the round. I see Blue Jays banning Overpass. That's a pretty good decision to make, considering that Dawn of Stars have found most of the success in that map. Madden playing on the edge of the smoke. There's going to find one. So does Deface. Looks like Blue Jays are starting to get into the swing of things here. We see these orgs coming into fruition as well.
Yeah, they certainly needed to.
Yeah, they certainly did. Just to cap off my point there.
I won't let you.
Dawn of Stars picked Inferno. Now, that is Blue Jay's strongest map, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's a worrying one, man. What? Pick Inferno? Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think that Blue Jays have actually looked the best on Inferno out of all the teams in the championship so far.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you there, man. So I wonder if maybe Blue Jays again picked Nuke here just because they thought maybe Dawn of Stars are weaker opponents. Maybe they can work on their map pool, something like that. But for Dawn of Stars to pick Blue Jays' strongest map, I mean, yes, everybody plays Inferno, but very few teams actually main it. Everybody plays it, but very few guys specialize in it. And
maybe it's like the 200 IQ pick.
You never know.
God, did you see Giants played Nuke against Astralis not too long ago in Blast?
Yeah, true.
Let it through the map pool, hoping for the best. Didn't go well though, however. That streak now broken, of course.
I thought you were going to talk about where they got 14 and almost won, and Portugal and Spain and everything rejoiced because they almost won.
They did actually get pretty close. Dimke shutting this execute down here. Dawn of Stars still find a couple of frags in their eco round at least, but it is Blue Jays who level up the score 4 apiece.
I contend that almost winning doesn't put you on the map. You actually have to win.
Yeah, this is true.
It just makes everybody back home go like, wow, they're pretty good, and everybody internationally forgets about you. So
yeah,
you got to win.
That's a good point, Mike. But to take Astralis quite far, I think that in itself is an impressive feat. Anyway, let's see what Madden can get done here. Aggressive once again with this Org. I think you spotted out, but it doesn't make a difference. Nugget pays the maximum price.
The aggression's working now. Look at that.
Yeah, it is working out for them indeed. Just destroying Dawn of Stars in every engagement right now. Madden is a madman with this Org.
Well, they're just getting battered in that round. The last round.
That was a buy round, by the way.
Yeah. Suddenly things have somehow swung. And also, if you look at that economy of Blue Jays that they've built now, because the rounds that they've won, they've actually kept, well, in the last 2, it's all 5 alive. And before that, they had 3. So all of a sudden, there's economy behind this as well.
Yeah.
And Dawn of Stars are struggling to scrape together cash. They're on the 4 spy at the moment.
We're starting to see why Blue Jays went for this map pick. Nice little inventive Molotov there from D would mean that if a oh wow, inventive play there as well. Looking to get a bit more done. Anyway, he throws that Molotov towards the red box, not because he missed through his utility, but it's to deny the smoke reaching its desired destination, and therefore not creating the wall of smoke that the terrorists can use.
Many IQ points. We'll give
all
him
of
that.
them. He's got all of the IQ points.
6-4.
Yeah, big buy around here for Dawn of Stars. Things have turned around pretty quickly this game.
The games that we've seen Dawn of Stars do pretty well, though, like Theo has always been a slow starter and then it's tended to be at or near the top of the scoreboard later on, so they're going to look for him to come online because he's still only on 1 kill.
Oh, Sereny getting very aggressive, not even afraid to go for the repeat, and they're going to have to get a bit more done. Moyes, he's ahead of the Molotov. That means split from his teammate Desire, though, because Madden gets aggressive, it still means the trade frag is on offer. A little bit too much once again there from Blue Jays, giving Dawn of Stars a reprieve in the round, and 2 versus 3 here, quite a lot of space available for the terrorists to work with, but the problem is that the bomb has been dropped in the middle of the lobby, and Holmes has spotted that.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for them to get it out of there, but as you say, they do have space. They've also got time. So if they can find an awkward timing for some of the CTs, it could work. And as I said, that Holmes takes down Nugget, and now the position of Desire is known because of the flash that he just lobbed.
Yeah.
So I would predict that he's going to have some bullets coming his way pretty soon.
It's unfortunate because he was actually trying to take the attention away from Nugget by throwing that flash, and then Nugget went down, so his position was immediately made known, and he's going to go down to deface's AWP. So Blue Jays again with another seamless round. Yeah, as you said, Theo only 1 kill to his name. Certainly going to have to find a couple more there to aid his team.
I felt like we were saying Paradox Man's name quite a bit at the beginning as well, and now he hasn't done anything. He's still on 4 kills, which I think he was from the second or the third round. Yeah.
I thought you meant in general from Dawn of Stars' perspective, because I think Nugget is maybe their most impressive player. He's going to get challenged out with the AWP, and
you cursed him there, Matt.
The smoke, yeah. He didn't really have much of a chance in that engagement, though. That was fairly one-sided.
I hate that fight, Matt. I always throw a molly there. I just don't want to even contemplate that. That angle is so difficult to deal with. And if it's an AWP, it's like you're just gonna die unless he's bad or something.
Exactly. Then at that point you're relying on him missing his shot, which is not variability that you want to be relying on.
Yeah, certainly.
A variable, excuse me.
Yeah, definitely not a variable that you want to bring into play. I also think maybe Blue Jays have gotten away with, in the last couple of rounds, a bit of aggression that was unnecessary, but they were trying that earlier on, and Dawn of Stars punished them. But here in this last round, they didn't. Sereni doing some punishing of his own. Paradox Man still luckless. Dimka jumping in with a double as well. And there's Sereni with another 2, and that is it.
Don't even lose a single player in the buy round there for Blue Jays. Dawn of Stars were a bit uneven in their buy there as well, which means their economy is not ideal right now. Paradox Man, he's already committed to the buy. Nugget's not going to have much to work with, neither does Desire, and it looks like the half is actually starting to fall apart here for Dawn of Stars, which is a real shame considering what a strong start they got off to.
Yes, it does seem to be unraveling for them a little bit. Gonna try a fast play here now. Holmes ready to receive some guests, and he's spraying away. Gets 1, gets a second, in fact, before he's traded off. Theo coming in now, and he actually gets a double. We were saying that he needs to do more, and that's exactly what they needed. They've got some space to work with now.
And also going to be changing up the pace here after getting so aggressive, slowing it down significantly, and actually heading towards the A bomb sites. I'm not sure if Blue Jays are at all prepared for this. Considering they're not seeing anybody on the B bomb site, they need to start being aware that there are other alternatives out there. Oh wow, Theo, he's shifted all the way around. He's going to catch Deface off guard there, and that completely opens up the A bomb site now. Although there is a flank coming through from Madden. He's going to be the linchpin here for Blue Jays.
Does seem like when Theo switches on, he really does, because this feels like a familiar pattern from what we've seen from him there. Desire taking a fight that he probably shouldn't have any business being in. It wasn't his choice, but he's going to get away with it.
Actually, all 3 players are going to be coming through Heaven. Dimka in a great position to deal with this. Like, he's not even going to be remotely expecting them to all be coming from there. Though now that he hears the bomb plant, it's going to be an easy last frag because Theo is so low. No, the initial spray through that piece of metal misses, but still able to round out the kill and round out the round. They don't even lose a single player in that 2 versus 3.
I think that flank really just put a lot of fear in them. You could see them suddenly trying to surge onto the A-bomb site, and maybe it was just the worry that there's something else going on here. Maybe there's 2 of them behind them, whatever it might be, but they probably didn't need to go into the full-blown panic there. But
yeah. It's a pity that they did, because they actually had so much composure in that round after finding those first 2 kills and then slowing it down nicely and then hitting panic mode. I just think, as you mentioned, they could have been a little bit more composed in the latter stages of the round there.
Ooh, that adjustment.
Wow, that was a nice flick shot there from D, destroying Nuggets.
Your bird agrees.
Yeah, he even gave that one the sexy whistle. Alright.
So we haven't seen much of an AWP battle on this map so far, because generally speaking, when one's had the AWP, the other team hasn't. Paradox Man now going to be dropping into danger. He spotted him, but still made it hard work of it. He gets it in the end.
Yeah, Dawn of Stars definitely needed that kill. Opens things up outside a little bit more, going to give them a bit more room to work with here. Although, as I say, that D comes to cover that area. And he does take down Paradox, again leaving Dawn of Stars a man down. And they don't really have much to show for it. They're going to be trying to breach this A bomb site.
Tell you what, Matt, I feel sorry for our observer on this one. It's quite a tough one to follow the action.
Yeah, you've seen all the different tournament organizers trying to come up with their own ways to display the minimap. Dumke, he's going to be displaying Moise's brain all over the back of the wall there, and still locking down this A bomb site. Dawn of Stars trying everything they can to get towards it, but just being shut down left, right, and center.
Yep, not even getting a word in that round, really. Just the single kill. Dimka doing a very good job here, playing a very measured approach, a bit less aggressive than what we were seeing in previous rounds out of them, but it does seem to be Madden who's always the guy going for the big plays, and you do need a playmaker like that everybody else can sort of form around.
Look at the kill distribution on Blue Jays' side, actually. All the players are between, I think, 11 or 12 and 14 frags, so very closely congested there.
And again, Madden going for that opener.
Yeah. I actually couldn't pick out one single player from Blue Jays who's impressed me the most. I mean, I'd actually almost have to put all of them up there.
Yeah, great effort overall. They're playing off each other pretty well. And this, again, we must remind you guys, it was 4-1.
Yeah, exactly. This has been a flawless comeback from Blue Jays so far in this half. Let's see what's going to be happening in the final round of this half. Again, Dawn of Stars just going for the straight-up contact play through ramp, and I think this time they're going to be committing to the B bomb site. There is a couple Blue Jay players down here ready and waiting, though. Holmes, he's in a bit of no man's land. I'm not sure about that position. And Blue Jay is going to be getting the rotate going here. Nugget gets a good timing there on Madden, who had some utility in his hand, I think, as he came around the corner. Blue Jays going to try and get things going here, knowing that Nugget is towards the A bomb side. Sereni with a beautiful double kill completely throws the door open on this round. Paradox Man doesn't even realize that it's his teammate Nugget on the other side there, as he meticulously clears out that part of the map, though he is going to be able to catch D-Face off guard. Again, the timing working out there. There is a couple kits though for these remaining Blue Jays players though, so they've got the time to work with, but they don't have the players. Dumke goes down, Nugget's going to round it out on Sereni, and Dawn of Stars win a very important round there.
Yeah, they did what they needed to and got a little bit of luck in the round, I think, as well, because it does feel like there's been a few situations where it's been even numbers or even clutch situations, and Blue Jays keep winning those. So Dawn of Stars just certainly needed the 5. Again, going back a year or two on Nuke, I think you'd be pretty happy with a 10-5 on T side. I'm not so sure about now anymore, but it's still heavily CT favored. But I think the statistics say it's only like, well, not heavily, it's like 56% CT, which is not as much as you might think.
A lot of the maps have actually gravitated towards that 50% mark. I think 10-5 in the modern day is actually okay, but the fact that they were 4-1 up is what makes that scoreline relatively unacceptable from Dawn of Stars' perspective. They do have an opportunity to rectify that, though, here in the pistol round.
Got Holmes there playing the pack horse. He's got all of the utility. He also has the P250. Interesting that he hung on to it and didn't throw it over to a player with armor, so he's looking to land some headshots.
Yeah, he is taking the responsibility upon himself here. As quite a multi-fronted push coming through here from Blue Jays, and the boost from Desire catches them off guard, though he's only going to be good for 1. That's so unfortunate. He had great trigger discipline there, but unfortunately it just doesn't work out for him. Sereni, he's going to get the timing here on Moise. He saves his teammate as he comes through just in time. That leaves Theo with it all to do here on the A bomb side. He's got a teammate in Nugget. I'm not exactly sure where Nugget is at the moment. May actually be towards the B bomb site. Of course, it's a bit difficult with the mini-map. Yeah, there we go. I spotted him there. Blue Jays, they've slowed things down quite significantly here. Grouping up all 3 players, making their way towards the B bomb site now. Not giving anything away until they breach. Now the sound cues are going to be there. And Madden, he gets snapped up by Nugget. They're going to have to try and root him out here. He is taken down by Dimke. At least Nugget was able to find 1. That leaves Theo in the 1v2. A very doable 1v2 at that, considering especially where he is right now, and he's going to be able to take down Sereni. Dimke gets off the plant to try and trade it out, and there's not going to be anything on offer, but why not just force the issue and decapitate him?
Feeling so much confidence as Dimke and the rest of his team. You can see them just going for fights the whole time, not shying away from those USPs at all. And in that situation, a lot of players would have tried to get the bomb down or do a fake plant or something to actually try to root the CT out, but he just goes for the straight-up fights. And I think if you're the Dawn of Stars player, you probably aren't expecting that. Poor Theo.
Yeah. That's true, hey? In a 1 versus 1, the tension is high, and he just swings around the corner and one-taps you when he's got the bomb and he's on the bomb site.
I'd be pretty upset if that happened to me.
Yeah, I would as well. So, let's see what Dawn of Stars can do in this full eco round. The only investments are an HE grenade, a flashbang, and a P250. What's that, Mike? That's $800? Not much at all, is it?
Not even.
Nice.
600.
HE grenade and a P250, that's 600, and then the flash, 200.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maths is hard, man.
That's okay. I'm never really one for doing maths on a live stream. Don't want to make myself look ass, but I went for it this time. I committed. Moyes commits to the frag there, is able to take down Madden, and I mean, as we said, didn't really expect much from Dawn of Stars in this round, so if they can find another frag, that would be great. And there is a second kill, so not too bad from the Greeks.
Nearly made back their investment as well.
Yeah.
So that's helpful, I guess, for them. 12-5. Dawn of Stars now will be on the bye. And I think this is actually one of the rare maps, even though the ranges and distances are so large, you actually don't need an AWP on CT side, paradoxically. Just because it's super hard, especially for an AWP outside, to actually deal with all the angles. It's actually better in a lot of ways to have the mobility of a rifle. But anyway, talking about mobility, they're running in, and Moyes is doing some work. But the reply from Holmes, that was emphatic.
Yeah, hyper aggressive here from Blue Jays, and they're actually going to have to rest around a man down off the back of that frag there from Desire. They will be able to get that bomb down and turn it into a post plant, though. No kits, Mike, for the Dawn of Stars players, so they're going to have to get a move on a bit early on here, and that Molotov's going to be delaying Theo's impact in this retake. They're even going to go to the extent to smoke it out. That's going to leave them one smoke short to complete this retake. There are a couple players short now with Madden finding a quick double. Holmes is going to just swing out wide and complete that kill as well. These guys are oozing confidence at the moment.
Yeah, so much aggression in the post plant there. And again, facing a numbers disadvantage, but they're taking the fights, which, again, kids, don't try this at home. But
yeah,
if you're a good team like Blue Jays.
I'm actually loving it. And I bet that Blue Jays are just going to continue to be aggressive for the rest of the game here and just try and shut Dawn of Stars down and even create a bit of an impact on them heading into the next map emotionally and mentally.
Yeah, this could actually be a pretty quick one, as it turns out. Nuke usually takes forever, so it's quite interesting.
Until you come into a matchup with teams that have such a big disparity between the two of them on the map, right? I mean, we had this with B-Pro versus Fate, I think. Or it was B-Pro against somebody. I can't remember who it was exactly. Paradox, man. He's got an opportunity here. Oh, you hate to see it. Woofs all the bullets. And he gets forced out. And he's going to actually go back for more. And that costs him his life.
Poor fella, they're just peeking out there, getting knocked over like Skittles at the moment. Nugget and Moyes, the two left alive with 1 minute and 5 on the clock, so plenty of time for them to do some damage, but I don't think they're going to get too much done here, unfortunately. Just too many players for them to deal with. Yeah. And that will be the round. 14-5. Blue Jays looking really good. And Dawn of Stars, they've had their moments, but not enough of them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, majority of those moments came in the early stages of the first half. Since then, it's been relatively dry. This is the be-all and end-all right now. Full investment from them. If they lose this round, they lose the game with it as well. Most likely, at least. Haven't had too much success in the eco round so far, or their force buys. So let's see if they can string anything together here with this full buy on their CT side. Got to work on your flashes there, Holmes. Blue Jays. They're going to be pushing through, using those wall of smokes outside as they do head into secret, and going to be quite a lot for Theo to do here. He's already been taken down, and look at where Madden is. This guy is on a crusade right now.
He's all the way up ramp. I mean, they're not even going to expect him to be over here. Holmes and Serini adding to the total, adding to the misery. Finally, Paradox Man coming in. We don't get to see it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we do get to see the execution.
It's so funny because Blue Jays actually ended up going to the A-bomb side after all of that as well. So how do Dawn of Stars even remotely comprehend what's going to be coming at them in this round? I mean, they saw all the players going down secret, and then all of a sudden they were on A. It's just, yeah, it's really difficult to deal with when you don't really have the correct informational positioning. Yeah,
very, very tough. Going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to get a buy of some sort here. Oh, through the wall. Look at that. The fire actually completes the kill as well. Dimka already did a ton of damage, and it's only 3 left alive for the CTs. There is one on top here, but surely with all these players around him, he's not going to get much more done than 2. Actually, he got 2. I thought he was only going to get 1.
Yeah, he has enabled Theo here in the 1 versus 3. Certainly a lot more doable than a 1 versus 4, though he only has an MP9 to work with and some utility. Gotten himself to a pretty forward position here. Can he win this first engagement with D? No, he can't. He does go down. Blue Jays pick up that first map 16-5, and after losing the first 4 rounds, they don't lose more than another one. Alright, I think let's jump into the pistol round now, and let's try and see what sort of action we've got in store tonight for us on Inferno. We are gonna have Blue Jays on the CT side. Holmes got the kit, 2 flashes. On Dawn of Stars, it's 5 players with armor across the board, and I feel like every single team rushes beyond the pistol round on this map, Mike.
Almost feels like a defacing a couple players there. Dimka chiming in as well. They're just tearing them apart at the moment. Nugget needs to find something here to make this possible. Can he find anything? No, he'll get wrecked. Dimka doing the work, doing all of the work, in fact.
I mean, do you think when they strat Inferno, that's the pistol round that they come up with? Is that why they picked this map? For a 5-man B rush?
Yeah, that's a bit disappointing.
I know it's early days and I'm being a little bit pessimistic right here, but I just hate that pistol round so much because you're relying on so many things going your way when you do that. It's really
you're trusting luck.
You really are relying on luck to go your way. Anyway, if it doesn't work the first time, why not try it again? Oh wait, generally it doesn't work either. Well, yeah, they do actually find the first 2 frags, and they have a potential to get another one here. Madden, he is going to go down, so somehow Dawn of Stars do actually get a bit of luck on their side. They get onto the B bomb side, and they should be able to get a plant. Oh wow, that was a huge grenade, Sereni. He's been hitting the gym clearly. He threw that quite a distance. That bomb not planted. So
nice flash.
Yeah, that was a nice flash. Actually saved Theo's life, that flash. And Desire's going to go on to get... No, it's a TK. Oh, no. The spray transfer costs him his teammate's life. Now Sereni's going to push forward. Desire has to win this to make up for the mistake. Sereni's got a kit as well, Mike. He's going to tap the bomb. That might be forcing Desire into a bit of an awkward position here. But because so much time has elapsed, he has to make the assumption now that it is a save. But does he really think Sereni's going for the 10-second defuse? I mean, that's a bit committed.
Wow, that was some nice subterfuge out of Sereni. Definitely sold him up the river, sold him all sorts of fake emotions there.
Yeah, the team kill even. Man, that's so unfortunate.
Oh, geez, that really killed their chances in that round. But you were just saying how Dawn of Stars had allowed themselves to rely on luck in the pistol round. Then in the second, as they go for the force buy, they actually do get the luck. They get the early kill, the double spray down. The second player gets caught, so everything goes their way, and then the team kills. So their luck ran out, and they've gone for a force again.
No, this is
not quite a force. Okay, yeah.
Evening out the money across the board, and again, it's working out for them to a degree. They find themselves kills. Paradox, man, he's not full flank here. He's going to be wrapping up than Sereni's anticipating. And somehow, the rounds in which Dawn of Stars have had a completely weakened buy compared to Blue Jays, they're actually finding more success. Desire in a good position here to find Madden as well. He's going to walk straight into his crosshair. This has turned into a 1 versus 3. The round on its head right now. Blue Jays not at all prepared for the aggression that Dawn of Stars are bringing to the table round and round again.
Desire still rocking out with his Glock out. But there's a kill from Holmes.
Finally. And he's taken a lot of damage as well. Looks like he's actually going to be saving here. He has got a kit, head armor, and some utility, so all worth taking into the next round. But because Blue Jays incurred so many losses in the previous round, they're not really going to have much to work with in terms of economy heading into the next one. So they probably will force, but it's going to be a fairly weak force.
Yeah, it's not going to be great for them at all, just because, again, all those situations have come down to, well, not all, shall I say. The last 2 round situations have left them with low numbers of players alive. In fact, 1. So it's not going to help your money, but they will hand out what they've got. They're breaking the bread, making it go further.
Yeah. Share the love. Okay. Interesting molly there, but a chip damage.
Did the second one fail as well? I think it did.
I think it actually did, and it bounced back into second middle. So Dawn of Stars, they're at their boot camp right now. I think they need to be dry running some mollies into apartments through the window. All right, maybe I'm being a bit harsh.
No, I don't think you're being a bit harsh. That you should know how to do that at this sort of level. So
yeah,
not the greatest out of them. They've still got plenty of utility. 1 molly left now that they've thrown so very many of them. And the utility for Blue Jays, actually weirdly, despite the fact that they're quite low in utility, hasn't really been tested. They haven't been forced to use too much of it.
Yeah, Madden is going to go down though, and that's a bit of a problem for Blue Jays because he had the strongest weapon on the team, that being the AUG. At least for Blue Jays' sake, there is a 3-man stack on the A-bomb side, and that's where Dawn of Stars are going at the moment.
Oh,
D times his spam through the smoke there perfectly, does a good amount of damage, but now they know exactly where he is, and somehow he's actually going to be able to get out with the aid of that smoke, but I'm not sure how much that's going to be changing the direction of the round. He does take one, and Dumke gets a quick double kill there. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. That leaves Paradox, man, in no man's land. In fact, excuse me, it's actually Moyes who's in no man's land, and he's got it all to do right now. He's going to have to dance the dance of death, and he's going to be losing. Paradox, man, 19 points of health, an M4, and a dream. 22 seconds left on the clock, and he's going to get taken down. Wow, what a round from Blue Jays. There were 2 players down there, Mike.
Yeah, that just turned on its head thanks to the damage that those players had done, though. Because, I mean, they had 3 players that were relatively low on Dawn of Stars. So yeah, that just enabled that MP9 to suddenly become a powerful weapon as opposed to the pea shooter that it usually is at that kind of range. Yeah, exactly that. And Dawn of Stars with a bit of a misbuy there. Look at Nugget. He's down to 1,000 while the rest of the team are around that $2,000 mark. So already that's going to be affecting their buy in the next round. That's just a round you can't afford to lose. When you're in such a good position, you have the stronger weaponry to work with. And it seemed like they just got a little bit brash there in their decisions. Taking some unnecessary fights here again, looking to get some shots through smoke. Madden, he wasn't even shooting at him.
Exactly, the unintentional target does go down. And, well, that's just one of those things, right? Timing. Blue Jays playing this correctly to actually seed the ground now and go, okay, well, we're not going to keep fighting you for it. We know you're on a force. So they're doing the right thing here. Interestingly, not actually bringing a player over. They think it might be a fake. So Holmes here on a cheeky angle. How much can he get done? Quite a lot, in fact. He gets 2, but unfortunately his teammate not able to do too much. Not a bad trade frags coming through there from Paradox, man. And he's actually gotten himself in a good position here. This may go unchecked by the initial CT. Generally quite an unconventional angle. And yeah, he's going to be able to spot one, but no, the gun barrel spotted, and he gets shot at, which means he, in turn, actually finds a frag there as well. Turns it into a 1 versus 1 here. Dumke against Nugget. Nugget playing it well, using the coffins for cover. That Molotov, though, is going to be forcing him out, though. He's standing in the fire, and he's going to be going down to Dumke, winning the clutch. I really thought that round had Dawn of Stars written all over it with that forward position there as well. Paradox, man, only able to get the 1. And you thought maybe he was going to go with the trigger discipline. You could see that he was waiting, and then he goes for the kill, leaves his teammate in a situation that was, you know, 50-50 at best, unfortunately, and probably worse odds if I'm really honest. So yeah, it felt like it was super winnable for them there, but it goes away again. And what we see pretty consistently out of Dawn of Stars is when they're in decent situations, they tend to just get ahead of themselves a little bit, get a bit worried. Theo not worried though. How does he get that second one? Beautiful spray transfer there from Theo, coming in with the assist flashbang, and he's going to push straight onto this B-bomb side. He may not be expecting D to be huddled into the corner here. Yeah, he's pushed straight past D. D holding his trigger. Eventually, he does execute the frag, and he's only going to be good for 1. He needed to find something else there to give his team a bit more of a chance at this. Especially considering that Paradox, man, is on the flank, but Madden, he's gotten all 3 of them. We're just watching the flanker come around. Meanwhile, Madden is absolutely destroying hopes and dreams of young children. This is disgusting. Eventually, he is put into the grave for his war crimes. Now, Paradox, man, is going to try to salvage the situation, and he does. My word. Jeez, that was very topsy-turvy there. I thought that the Paradox, man, flank was going to win it. It did, but not the way we thought, with Madden just pushing through the smoke there and getting the multi-kill to suddenly put in a 1v2 for Paradox. And he still manages to close it out. So that was one, actually, that they probably shouldn't have won, but they did. So yeah, Dawn of Stars still in it, but things certainly not going all their own way. Yeah, a bit dicey, I'd say. It's been a very fast-paced start to the game, and keeping up with that pace, Madden destroys Moyes with the Desert Eagle at a fairly decent distance as well. Desire wants to make sure that that AK cannot be retrieved. Good decision-making from him. He's going to miss his mark there. Dumke. Oh, wow. Okay, good night, Nugget. That's a pretty efficient way of putting somebody down, Mike. Yeah, those 2 pistol players just pushing up and getting themselves some free weapons. Well, at least in the second case there's a nice trade with that stolen weapon. The backstab coming in from Holmes as well. It's all on Desire now.
He's going to desire to get on Archer, but he's not going to be allowed. Dimka swatting him down the triple kill there, courtesy of his early aggression with that 5-7. That
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I must say, I'm really impressed with the way Blue Jays go about these force buys, Mike. They don't just play in their conventional positions and just sit as if it was a buy round and wait for Dawn of Stars to push into them. They get inventive, they try different things, they catch their opponents off guard, they create a bit of chaos in their opponents, and they capitalize on it as well. We've seen it across multiple maps now.
Yeah, and doing some great util damage yet again. Dawn of Stars is on an equalizing buy here to try and get their money to around the 2,000 mark so they can come into the buy in the next one.
Yeah.
As you said, I like that out of teams when they do that, because if you're just going to sit back passively and wait, you're not usually going to get served up a plate, and their defense just gets served up with an ace.
Beautiful stuff from him there, just shutting them down single-handedly. Wow. Okay, so where do Dawn of Stars go from here? That's my question. I mean, they've got another buy round to work with, but they have just not been finding much success unless Lady Luck is on their side.
Well, the way things have been going for them tonight, I think they're going to have to go for ice cream after this to just, sort of treat yourself,
Yeah, they're certainly going to be needing something to cool down the burn.
Oh, yeah. Lots of nade damage coming in yet again, and Moyes, he is so low, and he'll actually get taken down through the smoke as well.
He is going to be kicking himself right now. He did everything he could to get out of that molly. Eventually he extinguished it with the smoke, and then he just gets sprayed down. He stood no chance there. He should have just quit at the first moment he got hit by the molly.
He's just probably thinking, what did I have to do, man?
Yeah. That's one of those impossible situations where there actually is no right answer. Paradox, man, he's going to get found out job by Sereni. Great positioning by him. Blue Jays just very inventive and changing it up all the time, not being predictable. They're also changing the way that they're taking their approach towards Banana, and I love to see that. Madden aggressive this time. Normally he's passive at the top of Banana, holding control, and then we see Blue Jays rotate that extra man over towards the A bomb site. Now they keep 2 players there in case there is that immediate aggression, and it's an important hold as well. Nice frag there from Desire initially. Anyway, just back to my point quickly. The thing is if there was only one player in Banana and Dawn of Stars find that man, they find a bomb site as well, but because the second one is in the vicinity, a quick trade frag means that Blue Jays keep that important map control.
Yeah, well spotted there, Matt. 7-2, and well, Blue Jays going, you saw him, you killed him. That's the comms at the moment, because Dawn of Stars, well, they're seeing them, but they're not being able to do too much about it. Holmes getting super aggressive, pushing through, and he's got his teammate with him as well. That is a risky play, but they make it work. They're just decimating them. Of course, this is just an equalizing buy. They don't have that much to work with, but this aggression, it's just battering them back, destroying them at the moment. That's going to be hurting their souls.
Wait, was that a buy round from Dawn of Stars, or was that just an eco?
Just an eco.
Okay, thank you.
But I mean, if a team is doing that against you, man, like they're pushing out a mid, they're pushing out apps at the same time, that's full no respect.
Do you remember that Blue Jays actually did this against Locastic last week as well? When they were just getting such a lead on their CT side, they just made the disrespectful players and gave them no room to work with.
Yeah, it seems to be their pattern, and it's something that better teams will tend to do to opponents that they feel they've got the measure of. And at the moment, I think Blue Jays, after the result they got on Nuke, they're feeling it, man.
Yeah, they really are. They just get into this bully mentality where they give Dawn of Stars nothing, and they get aggressive. They take the fights, they re-peak, they do all the things that you're conventionally not supposed to do. But yeah, it just leads to more frustration in Dawn of Stars, and it's working out well for Blue Jays right now. Let's see if this flash play works out for Paradox, man, as he does fly straight through that smoke. He finds Dimka as well. Finally, it is Dawn of Stars who find that first frag of the round.
I think they're taking no chances with Cubby now because they've been bitten there a couple times. Sereni, meanwhile, he ain't there. He's all the way back, and he's going to get the kill through the smoke to equalize things. What do you got to do if you're Dawn of Stars? You're just getting battered. You're trying something different. They get all this control, and still.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a little bit more. They've got a cretin here. Madden pushing through the smoke. Beautifully timed from. He's going to pick two as well. Immediately puts his team in a great position to win the round. It's all on Desire's shoulders. And he's going to go down here as well. Mike, I just want to say I've got no sympathy for players when they push before the utility reaches its destination. It's just a poor mistake, and that's actually an unforced error at that point.
Yeah, definitely getting the timing wrong here. Madden doing probably more than he needed to do. In fact, even if he just gotten the one kill there and taken the attention, it was probably enough.
Yeah.
Overall, I got to say, between the players on Blue Jays, the score lines have been pretty similar, which is great because they're all contributing. They're all doing great nade damage. They're doing great utility work. But I think the two players that are really what everybody else is playing off is actually Dimka and Madden on the opposite bomb sites. They're the two aggressive players who will tend to be taking the fire, taking the early fights, and that's helping their teammates to actually close these kills out. There, Madden goes for it again as I'm singing his praises, but he does plenty of damage. Holmes here under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, the support man gonna have to get the work done here, and he does exactly that. A beautiful double kill there in quick succession. Of course, he had a third a little bit earlier on, but single-handedly locking down Banana. D's got middle down, and this is just outright domination from the Serbs. And the Bosnian, of course, Sereni.
Yeah, a veteran of a couple seasons, actually, of ESL ACC. So he's been around a bit. I'm sure he's imparting some of his wisdom to the others. I don't think he's actually older than the others, but played a bit more in the championship, shall we say.
Yeah.
ADR of 125 on D, that AWP doing some sterling work, and we've seen him get super aggressive in previous games down mid. I'm almost surprised we haven't seen it yet, yeah.
Yeah. 100%, Mike. He just seems to take that fight successfully so often. He's at 126 ADR, and now we get a look at what's probably a couple despondent players right now. These are the Dawn of Stars boys. They're in a bit of a boot camp. You can even see they've got the branding and everything as well on their booth. So, I mean, this is a quality setup, to say the least.
Yeah, it looks very nice, got to say. Probably going to be small consolation to them with the pain they're taking at the moment. Of course, they lost the previous one 16-5 after being 4-1 up.
Yeah.
And here again, started pretty well, and things have just sort of gone away from them. They're getting up quite quickly, but the spray down from Holmes, I thought he might get more. In fact, he gets 2.
And a dink on a third as well. So Moy is very low HP to work with heading into this post-plant situation, which is about to commence. All three of the two of the 3 Blue Jays players are going to be coming through Banana. And then they've got one in the name of D who's going to be coming up through CT. He's got the AWP as well. Paradox Man in a great position to shut this down, and he does exactly that. Finally, something going the way of Dawn of Stars. But let me not speak too early, because we've seen what D is capable with this weapon. He still has time to work with. He has utility aplenty as well. A smoke to block off Banana, perhaps. That would be denying 2 players sight of the bomb. And he's going to commence this push now with the AWP, though he does go down to Paradox Man, who picked up a quad in the round.
Finally around there for Dawn of Stars, and for them probably a little lack involved, but also I think maybe finally wise to how quick the rotates from Blue Jays have been, because as we've seen on these attempted retakes, Blue Jays rotate is always super quick on the flank. So Dawn of Stars actually set up 2 players at the top of Banana there to hold that off, and that turned out to be the right decision by a long way.
Yeah.
Oh!
Indeed. Wow. Indeed, D getting aggressive. They take Stun Nugget, and he's able to take it around time, so he keeps himself alive, and that's what makes it a quality play, is that it's not just a 1-for-1 trade and he goes down early in the round.
Yeah, that's super aggressive.
Is what actually makes the play, in my perspective. Madden up aggressive once again, and he's initially blinded, but it doesn't make a difference. He gets the second as well onto Moyes, and this man is a multi-fragging machine. Alright, Paradox Man nearly finds the second as well. As he gets around the corner, Sereni still tracing him, and he is going to be able to get the kill, even though it was Dawn of Stars who won the previous round. It looks like it's all it's going to be right now. Can't even string anything together off the back of it.
Oh no, Desire.
Yikes. That is, I think that's a fairly good indication of how this game has been going for Dawn of Stars.
Desire doing his best to keep them busy, hoping he'll get something out of it. He gets the no-scope, but that's about all that'll happen for him. 11-3. Blue Jays still dishing out the pain, and Dawn of Stars, well, they're just taking it.
Yeah, they don't really have much of a choice at this point, I don't think.
No,
so
but
what thing? Yeah, go back for that, Mike.
Well, they're going to need this round. That's just a non-negotiable. If it's going to be a competitive game of Counter-Strike, 4 is pretty much... It's not what you want, it's not what you need, but it's what they'd have to have here to actually have anything of a chance. I mean, I have seen, I think it was Liquid and Astralis where it was 14-1 on this map, and Astralis actually came back to make it overtime, but we're going back quite a while now, like 9 months, but that's not normal. You need your 6 rounds on T here to actually make it competitive. So Dawn of Stars, they need the 4. Paradox Man, can you open it? He can.
Great shot there from him onto D-Face, and he has been doing all the heavy lifting for his team so far. Dumke on the bomb side, he's able to get one. He's fully blind though, but there is no reply from Dawn of Stars. In fact, they're losing men instead of finding frags themselves. Again, the trades are just not in their favor, and once the dust settles, they're a man down. Theo looking to get something done with the AWP, but his desire to find that frag, that's going to get them an entry onto the A bomb site, but they still have homes to deal with, and they're not even remotely capable. 4 frags for him in the round.
Total destruction, Matt. That's what happened in that half. 12-3 there. Blue Jays looking fantastic. And again, you got to question Dawn of Stars. Why did you pick Inferno against these guys?
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I just had major marks over that decision. It's just questionable all over. Man, you just got to look at your opponent's match history, right? They've picked Inferno in all 4 of their past games. I think there's a bit of a pattern there. So,
yeah, it might be there. There's the utility damage yet again, and from Dawn of Stars, barely a tickle out of them.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen how effective Blue Jays are on this map, specifically on the CT side with their utility. Now they head over to the T side, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went for the B rush, because that's what just teams tend to do when they are in such a commanding position heading into the T side.
Yep, let's see what happens. Yeah, all the way up mid, they're aggressive as ever. They just feel like they got this, and they've got a player also trying to hold off the bottom of mid. Madden there opening it, of course, always the point man for his team. And now they're actually going to wrap around. Desire here, he was desirous of that kill, and he does get it. D, though, denying him.
Yeah, great stuff there, making sure, again, there's always a reply in the bank of Blue Jays. They never leave a frag unanswered. Moyes, he's going to have to try lock down this B bomb side, and he just gets double dinked before he can even realize what's going on. D still dancing around the pillar here, eventually loses the fight, but the damage has been dealt, and I'm not sure how much of a chance Theo stands in this. There's a flank coming through as well. The flank is quite far away, though, but doesn't even make a difference as Dimka shuts down the round.
Even then, with 2 players, the way they were arrayed there towards backstage, I don't think you would have expected the second player either. So, yeah, it was just impossible. 13-3, and impossible is probably where we're going to have to put it now for Dawn of Stars, unless they pull out something ridiculous in the next round. The problem here I see is they're actually over-invested in this one.
Yeah, Paradox, man, he's gone full tilt type thing. Beautiful stuff from Nugget. He finds a double in the situation before he gets burnt, and gifts his team a doable situation, though I still don't fancy their chances, considering that there are 3 AKs on the field for Blue Jays, full or a decent amount of utility as well. So wherever they go, as long as it's as a unit, they're going to be having at least even numbers. Looks like it's to the B bomb side where they'll have massively favorable numbers. And how much can Paradox Man get done with this Desert Eagle? Is he capable of replicating what Nugget did? Yes, he finds 1, but can't find the second. I think that second was necessary.
I think for them, they need to get that smoke down.
Yeah, what actually might work out for Dawn of Stars here is that all 3 players are coming up banana. Blue Jays may not be anticipating this. They're going very quickly as well. They're going to be catching D in no man's land. He goes down, finding 1. That leaves it on Dumke. He gets the double spray down. Is he going to be able to get the third? He does. Absolutely insane from Dumke as he robs Dawn of Stars of all their hopes and dreams.
Oh my word, I thought I was about to eat my words, saying that it was impossible for Dawn of Stars to win that round. It looked like it was theirs for all money, thanks to those deagles from Nugget. And who was the other guy there? Paradox Man. Yeah. Big deagle players, and that just made it possible. But from there, Dimka steals it from them. Absolutely stolen. Robbed.
In the middle of the day as well. Broad daylight. There was nothing discreet about that.
That was a 3v1, Matt.
How do you even come back from that as Dawn of Stars? They've already lost Theo as well. Dimka cannot put a foot wrong right now, Mike. This man, he's on a tear. Look at Paradox, man. How far can I throw this UMP right now?
Throwing it in disgust. Get it away from me. In he goes. Holmes, how did he get that kill? There was still the covering defense from Pitts. It should have probably spotted him. But now Moyes under a ton of pressure here. They're going to be looking to take him down. Dimke gets ahead of his cover, though, a little bit there.
I think he was anticipating D to be wrapping around just like you thought, but D had other plans. And now this splits up Dawn of Stars on the polar opposite ends of the map right now. Moyes is trying to get around to that bomb site to assist Paradox Man, who's rooted in here at family, though he's going to get found out by D momentarily. Sereny's just got to be patient there. D does spot him out. Molotov to follow as well. That's going to force Paradox Man into the open. Gets taken down. Moises' position is going to be known as well, considering... Actually, he's gone up quietly. He may be able to get the planter. Oh, Sereny, he smells a rat. He stops the plant, but that means the bomb's not down, though. D in a great position, though, to shut it down nonetheless.
Yeah, I heard the audio cue there from the reload, so he knew he's got this for all money, and I'd say Blue Jays have this one in the bag for all money unless they completely screw this up somehow.
Yeah. I mean, they've looked really hot so far. I'd be very surprised if they didn't close it out right here, right now. 3 SMGs, an M4, and a 5.7 is what stands in their way of a 2-0. And again, a well-rounded team performance from Blue Jays. I mean, there has been some individual brilliance throughout, but in the end of the day, it's the teamwork which has won them this game. They take down Nuggets. At least Theo's able to find one, but Blue Jays, they're just going to push straight onto this B bomb site. At least there has been some rotations around to this B bomb site. It was undefended at first. The boost comes through as well. That means Desire's able to get one. The trade is there, but at least it's still even numbers right now. Doable situation here for Dawn of Stars. Paradox Man, he's going to get ahead of the molly. Pushes straight through that smoke. He's not even going to be able to get the planter, though. Sereny saving his teammate's life, and it falls on the shoulders of Theo and Moise now to try and keep their team in this game. D is going to be destroying Theo, and it's all on Moise now. 1 versus 2. Clutch for him to close out. He knows where one player is. He doesn't have the kit to work with, nor does he have any utility, so it's going to be brought down to sheer fragging ability. He does find Sereny. He knows exactly where D is. Can he bait him out? He makes a bit of noise after the first tap there. Now D is just going to be dancing with him. It's not a committed defuse now from Moise, so he's going to have to go for it soon. As he said, no kit to work with, and D has just bought too much time. Very well played by him.
Yeah, very well controlled out of him, and you got to say controlled overall out of his team. Blue Jays looking great, looking odds on to make it to the semi-finals. We're going to make it to another break now. Join us in about 10 or 15 minutes. It could be a longer one, I don't know, because that was a quick game.